contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. Government receives over 108 million quarter insurance payout to support vulnerable farmers. Government commends action aid for evidence-based debt management recommendations. And Sudan military plane crashes in residential area. This bulletin is also live on our Facebook and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie. The Jesuit Center for Theological Reflection, JCTR Basic Needs and Nutrition Basket BNNB for February now amounts to 11,599.12 ngwe for a family of 5 in Lusaka, a 798 kwacha 56 ngwe increase from January 2025. The increase in total consists of basic food items and essential non-food items was attributed to the following price changes. First, under JCTR Social and Economic Development Programs Officer Lukwe Samsonda says it was observed that there was an increase in the prices of commodities such as fruits, which rose to 56 kwacha 47 ngwe per kilogram from 15 kwacha 68 ngwe per kilogram. Vegetables increased to 701 kwacha 81 ngwe per 40 kilogram bag from 555 kwacha 35 ngwe per kilogram. Carpenter increased to 491 kwacha 26 ngwe per kilogram from 417 kwacha 8 ngwe per kilogram.
Food commodities. This will ensure that the preferential option for the poor is considered by directly addressing the needs of those most affected by the rising cost of living and ensuring that all citizens can access resources necessary for dignified living. Second, there is need to scale up and innovate the dissemination and sensitization of initiatives aimed at improving income generation through skills training, vocational education, and support for small businesses, particularly in marginalized urban and rural communities.
The government of Zambia, through the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, has received an insurance payout of 108 million kwacha, 125,423 from Zix General Insurance Limited. The funds are intended to support 63,270 vulnerable but viable farmers under the Food Security Park FSP program, whose crops were severely affected during the 2023-2024 farming season. According to the Harvest Season Area Index Claims Report and the Germination Index Claim Discharge, the 2023-2024 farming season was significantly impacted by drought, worsened by the El Nino phenomenon, and this led to reduced rainfall, extreme temperatures, and water scarcity, causing substantial crop failure despite farmers' efforts to cultivate drought-resilient varieties. In addition to drought-related challenges, farmers also faced pest infestations, including locusts, armyworms, and termites, which further contributed to their losses despite the application of pesticides. The insurance payouts will be distributed to eligible farmers with compensation amounts ranging from 2,500 kwacha to 400 kwacha, depending on the extent of their losses. The ministry's permanent secretary, Ms. Angela Kawandami, stated that the disbursement will help mitigate the financial strain experienced by affected farmers. She emphasized that the ministry, in collaboration with Zisk General Insurance Limited, is committed to ensuring that payments are processed efficiently and transparently. This initiative is part of the government's ongoing efforts to support farmers in the face of climate-related challenges and to promote the sustainability of Zambia's agricultural sector.
I'm delighted to announce that the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services has received a total of 108,125,423 kwacha as an insurance payout from Zambia State Insurance Corporation, General Insurance Limited, to assist 63,270 vulnerable but viable farmers under the Food Security Pack FSP program.
The government has commended ActionAid and its cooperating partners for conducting research and providing evidence-based recommendations to inform policy and legislative oversight. Speaking at the launch of the report titled Examination of Zambia's Debt Sustainability Analysis and Fiscal Risk Management, Chairperson of the Planning and Budgeting Committee, Fred Chatila, emphasized that the report offers valuable insights for enhancing the effectiveness of medium-term debt strategies. Mr. Chatila has underscored the importance of research in guiding sustainable debt management policies.
I commend Action Aid Zambia and all its partners for having conducted the research and offering evidence-based recommendations that will inform both policy and legislative oversight. Ladies and gentlemen, these insights will not only enrich the work of the National Assembly, but also contribute to the national dialogue on responsible debt management and fiscal discipline. As we approach now today's discussion, I want to encourage all the stakeholders who are present here, when the plenary, to actively engage and also discuss their perspective and explore action.
At the same event, ActionAid Head of Programs, Betha Kabengele, highlighted the need to reflect on Zambia's journey in managing public debt. She pointed to the enactment of the Public Debt Management Act, PDMA number 15 of 2022, as a key milestone in improving fiscal responsibility.
The debt management framework. This act mandates the government to conduct annual debt sustainability analysis to ascertain the sustainability of public debt over the medium to long term. As of September 2024, Zambia's public guaranteed debt had surged to about $25.3 billion US.
The Local Government Association of Zambia, LGAZ, in collaboration with PMI Women in Leadership and supported by Global Fund Canada, is conducting a scoping mission on climate action in Mpika, Kanchibia, Mazabuka, and Monze in Southern Province. LGAZ Director of Corporate Services Abraham Mobola has stated that the initiative aims to empower over 1,000 women aspiring for leadership positions, including mayoral, council chairperson, and parliamentary roles as they prepare for next year's general elections. Mr. Mobola noted that in addition to leadership training, the project's objective to assess how Mpika is managing climate change initiatives, his visit focused on understanding the impact of the Transformation Landscapes Resilience and Development TRALAD program under the Ministry of Green Economy on local climate efforts. During his visit, Mr. Mobola engaged with members of the Fort Hills Cooperative in Chishibe Sonde Ward, a group funded by TRALAD. He was accompanied by officials from Mpika Town Council and the Forestry Department. Andrew Walia, chairperson of Fort Hills Tailoring Project, shared insights into the cooperative, which consists of 12 men and 14 women and was established in 2021. And in other news trending this evening, The People's Alliance for Change Park leader and Ford Banda says the recent contamination of water resources on the Copperbelt province highlights the ongoing challenges of environmental pollution and lack of effective law enforcement. The Lusaka City Council (LCC) has been facing significant challenges in managing stormwater due to inadequate resources for the local authority to address the problem. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Geological Society of Zambia (GSZ) is urgently calling for the enactment and implementation of the Geoscience Professionals Act, which has remained stagnant at the Ministry of Mines and Minerals Development for the past 3 years. GSZ President Alex Simutowe has emphasized the need for the Geoscience Professionals Bill to be submitted to the National Assembly by June 2025, with all necessary preparatory steps completed. According to Mr. Simutowe, the only remaining requirement is securing funding to engage certified legal drafters who will define the layman's draft into a legally acceptable document in line with the guidelines of the Ministry of Justice and the National Assembly. Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And in news from across our borders, at least 46 people have been killed and 10 others injured after a Sudanese military plane crashed in a residential neighborhood in Omdurman, the twin city of the capital Khartoum, state media says. The Russian-built Antonov aircraft came down after takeoff from the military's Wadi Seidna airbase on Tuesday evening, killing military officers and civilians. The cause of the crash is unclear, but military sources have been quoted as saying that it was likely to have been a technical malfunction. The crash came a day after the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces (RSF), which is at war with the army, said it had downed a fighter jet in the South Darfur. And in sports news, Pep Guardiola says he has no plans to change his style of play despite his Manchester City side's recent struggles. In his latest news conference, he was asked if his team will be left behind as the league switches to a more direct style of play. What Guardiola has stated that recently more teams are playing man-to-man and more aggressive in the build-up, and they have handled teams who play man-to-man really well. He has emphasized City is not going to try to adapt. Guardiola has added that as long as he is the manager, Man City will adjust depending on the quality of players, but try to play the way that defined that team for many years that had the successes. Stand by for the weather report.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Northwestern, Western, Southern, Copperbelt, Central, and Lusaka provinces mainly cloudy, slightly windy, and mild with isolated rainfall. Luapula, Northern, Muchinga, and Eastern provinces partly cloudy, slightly windy, and mild with a slight chance of isolated rainfall. Ends the weather report. In that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. The government of Zambia, through the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, has received an insurance payout of 108,125,423 million kwacha from Zisk General Insurance Limited. The government has commended ActionAid and its cooperating partners for conducting research and providing evidence-based recommendations to inform policy and legislative oversight. And finally, at least 46 people have been killed and 10 others injured after a Sudanese military plane crashed in a residential neighborhood in Omdurman, the twin city of the capital Khartoum, state media says. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. And on behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the episode of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie. Do have a pleasant evening.